Hello everyone, myself Priyanka Pisse, lecturer in Jain Polytechnic Belgavi in the department Electrical and Electronics Engineering. The video is based on the basic electrical and electronics engineering. The video is continuation of the previous video. In that video we were discussing the unit 1, which is electricity and DC circuits. In this video we are going to cover the contents, definitions of terms related to electricity with their units, Ohm's law, and resistance which is connected in series, parallel, and parallel combinations. Now moving to the first concept, it is current. Before going through the definition of current, we should know the atomic structure of a matter. So, according to modern electron theory of a matter, all the matters, either it might be solids, liquids, or gas, which is composed of very small particles, those are called molecules. The molecule is a term which is made up of number of atoms, and the central part is of a atom is called nucleus. In that nucleus, protons and neutrons are present, and electrons will be revolving around that nucleus. Protons are having positively charged, electrons are having negatively charged, and neutrons are having no charge. So the electron, which is at the outermost orbit, it is lightly doped with the nucleus. So it is easy to move that electron. It is called free electron. The number of free electrons in which type of materials will be more, those are called as conductors. So the examples for the conductors are copper, aluminium, silver, or gold. So one simple circuit diagram is shown here. In this circuit diagram, battery is connected, lamp is connected through the switch. Okay, the conductor which is used here, it as example of copper. If I apply a force, or if I start the battery, force is applied to the electrons which are present in this conductor. So it starts moving in one direction. So in this direction it starts moving, okay, in anti-clockwise direction. It is because electrons are having negatively charged, so it starts moving towards positively charged. So this is the current. So the definition for the current is, it is a flow of free electrons in a particular direction is called current. It is measured in terms of amperes by using ammeter. So moving to the next concept, it is voltage. As I've told that with the until and unless we apply force on the electron, it is not going to move. That force or the pressure will be created by voltage. So voltage is the pressure that causes charge to move in a wire or a other electrical conductor is called voltage. This is measured in terms of volts by using voltmeter. So the voltage which is given to the household application for single phase is 220 volt, but at the generating station the voltage will be 220 kilovolt. It is very huge amount of voltage, so we can not imagine the pressure of that voltage at the generating station. So I have given one example here. The water pressure will be more in the dams or the waterfalls compared to the water which comes in the house. So next concept is resistance. So you can see one picture here. The person who is called voltage, he is trying to push that amperes into the conduit, but the person name called as ohm, he is opposing that work. So the opposition will be called the resistance. So the definition for the resistance is, the substance which opposes the flow of electrons is called resistance. So it is measured in terms of ohms by using ohm meter or multimeter. So moving to the next concept, it is potential difference. You can see two tanks here, tank A and tank B. The water level in the tank A is more compared to the water level in the tank B. So what I will do, I will connect one conduit in between that so that water flows from tank A to tank B through that conduit. Till what time it will be flowing? Till the pressure, the water level in both the tanks become equal, then it stops flowing. Like that only, potential difference is a difference in the potentials between two charged bodies is called potential difference. If that charge in both the bodies will be same, then potential difference will be zero. It is measured in terms of volts. Next concept is a power. One simple circuit is shown here. In that circuit, Vs is the supply voltage and R is the resistance. It is in the closed circuit. If I apply this voltage to this resistance, then starts moving. Electron starts moving. So the work done in that moving of electron is called power. So the power definition would be the rate at which electrical work is done is called power. It is measured in terms of watts. Okay, there are three formulas to calculate the power. P equal to V into I. The power depends on both current and voltage. So if one is 0, one becomes 0, then power will be 0. So next equation is P equal to V square divided by R and I square into R. So wattmeter is used to measure the power. So next concept is energy. The total amount of electrical work is done in an electrical circuit is called energy. Energy is given as power into time. So it is given as V into I into T. So the energy will be measured in terms of watt seconds or watt hours or kilowatt hours by using energy meter. So moving to the next concept, it is Ohm's law. Yes, it is very basic and important law in electrical engineering. It is called Ohm's law. So in that picture, this volt, the person volt is trying to push the current, but Ohm is opposing it. So it is given by the Ohm's law in statement as the current flowing through in a conductor is directly proportional to the voltage and inversely proportional to the resistance at constant temperature. If I increase the voltage, then the flow of current will be increased. If I decrease the voltage, current will be decreased. But I is directly proportional to V and inversely proportional to the R. If I increases, resistance decreases. If current decreases, resistance increases. So this is inversely proportional. So going to the next concept called resistance, which are connected in series. So one simple circuit diagram is shown here. In the circuit diagram, three resistances are connected: R1, R2 and R3. I would like to clear 2 points here. In case of series, I will be same. I means current will be same throughout the circuit, but the voltage which is dropped at R1, R2 and R3 will be different. It is called voltage drop. And the supply voltage is the sum of voltage drops at all the resistances. So current through the resistance R1, the current through the circuit is given as V divided by R. The voltage drop is given as V equal to I into R. So the voltage drop across this resistance R1 is I into R1. Voltage drop across R2 is given as I into R2. Voltage drop across R3 is given as I into R3. And the supply voltage is given as V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Substitute these three equations in the main equation and get the value of the equivalent resistance. It is given as R equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, which is used to calculate the equivalent resistance when three resistances are given. If there are n number of resistances, then plus R till Rn. So moving to the next concept, in resistance connected in parallel. So one simple circuit diagram is shown here. In this circuit diagram, three resistors are connected, but these are in parallel. So there are also 2 points. Voltage across all the resistances are same, but the current will get divided through the resistances. So the total current through the circuit is I equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So the current through R1 is V divided by this V divided by R1. Current through R2 is V divided by this R2, and the current through R3 is V divided by this R3. So the total current I is given as V divided by R1 plus V divided by R2 plus V divided by R3. Substitute the value of I according to Ohm's law. It is V divided by R. So equation becomes V divided by R1 plus V divided by R2 plus V divided by R3. By taking V as common, we can get the resistance formula to calculate the equivalent resistance as 1 divided by R equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. To make it as very simple, R equal to 1 divided by 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. I hope you have understood the video. All the concepts are clear. In the next video, I'll come up with some new topics. So one thing I request you is stay at home and stay safe. Thank you. Thank you.